Welcome! It's Ashley from Demystifying Your Health. I am so glad that you're joining me today. In this episode, we're going to be talking about sore throats. We've all had one. So the real question just becomes, when we have one, is it serious or is it not? And what can you do to make it feel better? Let's jump on in and find out. So a sore throat is usually classified as pain or irritation that usually gets worse after you swallow. And has numerous causes, but the most common is pharyngitis, which is a type of viral infection. Some other common viral infections are common cold, flu, mono or mononucleosis, measles, chickenpox, and croup. Bacterial, the most common is strep, or for strep throat, which is short for streptococcus, which is the name of the bacteria that causes the infection. Some other common reasons are allergies, heated environments. Think of wintertime when you run the heat and how if you run it overnight when you wake up, your mouth is sore because it's dry. Obviously, if there's irritants in the air, like chemicals or other things like pollen. If you yell or talk too loud. If you have GERD, which is gastroesophageal reflux disease, which is where the stomach acid actually comes back up your esophagus into your throat, which can cause irritation, making it sore. If you have HIV, tumors, or smoking. All of these things can obviously cause a sore throat. The treatment for it varies significantly, which we'll get into in just a little bit here. Some other symptoms you can have, obviously besides the pain that gets worse after swallowing or talking. You can have a scratchy sensation in your throat, difficulty swallowing, swollen, painful glands in your neck or jaw area, red, swollen tonsils, white patches or pus on your tonsils, a hoarse or muffled voice. All of these are fairly common with any type of sore throat. If you have a viral or bacterial infection, you can also have things such as a fever, body aches, nausea, vomiting, sneezing, runny nose, nasal congestion. So obviously if you have a sore throat in that, then most likely you've got one of these two things going on. If you have a sore throat that lasts longer than 2 weeks, your hoarseness lasts longer than 2 weeks, you've got a lump in your neck, you get sore throats frequently, you're bringing up bloody spit, you've got a fever that's above 101 degrees Fahrenheit, a rash, joint pain. All of these things, along with the sore throat, all of these things indicate that you need to go to the doctor. There might be something else a little bit more going on that you need to be examined for. If you're having any trouble swallowing or breathing, or if you notice that a child is drooling and they're not swallowing their spit, that's an indication that the throat has gotten so bad as far as the swelling that they're unable to swallow, and you need to get them emergency medical care immediately. This for either adults or children. It can be a life-threatening situation very quickly, if not resolved. So when it comes to treating sore throats, it really depends on the cause. For viral sore throats, they'll usually clear up on their own in about 5 to 7 days. Key thing here is you want to treat the symptoms. So that way, obviously, it's less painful is the big thing. And you can do this with over-the-counter medicines such as ibuprofen, which is Advil or Aleve, or acetaminophen, which is Tylenol. For bacterial, in addition to the over-the-counter medicine for pain relief, you're going to also want to take antibiotics. These you need to get from your doctor. So the only way to know for sure is you're going to have to go to the doctor, they're going to have to swab your throat, send it off, see if it's caused by a bacteria. And then the other big thing here is with either one of these, you're going to want to get plenty of rest and drink a lot of water so that way you're staying hydrated. Warm or cold liquids can be helpful. Each person's individualized, as far as which one feels better. Warm liquids can be like broth, tea. Try to stay away from caffeinated tea. Cool things, usually not ice cream, but like ice pops, Jello, soft things, so that way it doesn't irritate your throat. You can also gargle with warm salt water. To do this, you take 4 to 8 ounces of water, warm it slightly, and you put about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Make sure you gargle and then spit it out, because if you swallow salt water, it can actually upset your stomach. And then if you can also try sucking on lozenges or hard candies. Big thing with this though is don't give it to kids under the age of 4, because obviously the choking hazard that it presents. So besides doing all of these, there's a couple of other things you want to do. Is that if you're having any other symptoms, obviously caused by either of these infections, then you can take like cough medicine, nasal decongestants, whatever other over-the-counter medicine you might need as well. And you want to humidify the air. So you can get this. They have air humidifiers. Most of them are cool mist nowadays, so they're safe, so they're not warm, so you're not worrying about tripping over something that's got hot water in it. Or obviously you can take a nice steamy shower. That works really well. You also want to avoid cigarette smoke and any cleaning products that have strong fumes, because this is just going to irritate your throat more. And so by doing all of these things, it's going to provide you relief. And that's the key thing here, is it's going to take your sore throat a little bit of time to go away on its own, especially if it's viral or bacterial. Yes, there's things you can do to help lessen your discomfort during that time. And obviously, if your sore throat's caused by other things like irritants in air, allergies, something like that, make sure you're treating those as well, or avoiding whatever's causing your throat to be sore. When it comes to preventing sore throats, the key thing here is to prevent infection. Obviously, most causes of sore throats are either viral or bacterial in nature. So this means you want to do everything possible to avoid germs. Number one thing here is washing your hands frequently and thoroughly. You should be doing this all the time. Before going to the bathroom, after going to the bathroom, before and after food prep. If you cough or sneeze into your hands, definitely wash your hands. If possible, try to cough or sneeze into a tissue and then wash your hands. If not available for that, then you can sneeze into the crease of your elbow. If you don't have access to a sink, alcohol-based hand sanitizer is great, because obviously that helps get rid of any germs as well. You also don't want to share any food, glasses, or utensils with others. This is a great way to pass germs. Avoid others who are sick whenever possible. And you want to disinfect surfaces regularly, especially high-touch surfaces. So think of things like light switches, doorknobs, TV remotes, keyboards, your cell phone. Your cell phone's got a lot of germs on it. Make sure you're cleaning that. If you're traveling, disinfect hotel rooms, anything that is going to be something that other people touch. You want to do everything possible to avoid the germs that are going to cause you to get sick and ultimately result in a sore throat. And as I mentioned just a minute ago, if there's irritants in the air, if there's other things that cause your throat to be sore, like heated environments, try to do your best to avoid those whenever possible. While no one wants a sore throat, the good news is it will go away fairly quickly. Thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below or send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, subscribe, get the word out there. Invite your friends to watch this and my other videos as well. Until next time, stay healthy.